Hey guys, so I'm gonna start just doing vlogs. Please excuse the noise of my sister. She's playing video games with her friends. So, here, I'm gonna switch it this way. Alright. She's texting me. Anyway. So, I guess I'll just do my weekly vlogs again. Let me turn this thing around. Alright. Can I just get a perfect angle here? Golly. Gosh, holy gee whiz, I'm about to have a fit. Okay. Anyway, this is so uncomfortable. Damn it. Ugh. Fine, we'll do it like this. I was gonna give it 1080, but no, it won't. Physics won't cooperate. Anyway, so for this week, since I'm starting up my vlogs again, my weekly vlogs on Friday, it was my first full week of electrical school. We're working around. We just do a bunch of hands-on training. We barely any book work. So basically, yeah, we've been working at a local one of the many high schools in my county. Basically installing power, like extra outlets and stuff, and fixing broken stuff, like broken electrical outlets and stuff. So it was fun, and we're gonna be going back next week. I have a heavy tool bag, but it's all right. I don't mind. So let's start. Let's see. Let's start with the crazy things that happened. So since this is gonna be talking about mostly school, I'm gonna start having I might, once I start, if I film on my computer next time, I'm gonna just put a chart. How many breakers did I pop? How many times did I get shocked? But so we're just gonna do that next time I record on my computer. So I popped 2 breakers this week and shocked myself 0 times. So first time I popped the breaker. Now keep in mind, this was my first time ever touching live wires of that voltage. Basically, I had my rubber gloves that I have, my work gloves, because it somewhat protects you from high voltage, but not a lot, but it definitely helps. So I was working with the live wires. So basically, the task was to install an outlet by for a TV, because now the school district is installing TVs in every classroom. Pretty much everywhere they're installing TVs. I don't know why the hell they're doing that, but I guess they're just doing it. So now, since they're doing that, we have the lovely the lovely job of installing outlets for them right next to the TV, like right behind the TV. So behind the TV, we have to put, basically, there's a cinder block. We all know many schools are made of cinder blocks. So this school in particular, it's a nice building. Now, I hear bad things about students and teachers and stuff. Well, mainly students. I hear it's not a good school, but the building is nice. It's so yeah, it reminds me of my old middle school a little bit, but not by much. It Good Housekeeping reminds me of my old middle school, and kind of the fire alarm system, but by not a lot. So anyway, enough blabbering about that. We're gonna talk about the structure of the building. So it's the cinder block that we have to drill into. My classmate has a hammer drill, so basically I had to drill. This was once, I think. Well, one of them I drilled into the concrete of the cinder block, and this one of them was full of was actually filled with concrete. So I guess they decided to reinforce it. So basically, it takes a lot of force to do that because it's a battery powered one running on 20 volts at about 5 amps, 5 amp hours actually. So I don't think that's much really compared. I have a hammer drill that my dad let me borrow, and it's corded, but it's great. I haven't used it on concrete yet, but I've used it for drilling in screws. Barely even pressing the trigger puts the screws into the wall perfectly. Like, that's how powerful it is. So, but yeah. So we have to put a junction box in, which, and to put, basically we put the receptacle in there, which is the outlet. That's another name for it. And there's actually 3 wires. There's the live, neutral, and earth, or ground. I call it earth because the line's green, so I call it earth. Green is earth. Yeah. So we have to wire all that up. We have to wire the outlet before we hook it up to the live wires. For obvious reasons, we don't want to get the crap shocked out of us when we're trying to install the outlet. So basically we screw everything into the outlet, get it wired up. Then we put our little outlet tester. Oh wait, no, actually we don't put that in until we're finished wiring. So basically I was up on a ladder doing the wiring because, you know me, I like to be intuitive when it comes to that stuff. So like learning and stuff with like hands-on. So I go to do it. I attached earth, neutral together with the little wire nuts and everything, and had to use my lineman's pliers. Speaking of that, I'm gonna have to grab them because I gotta tell you the story, and that's part of the story. Here they are. Yeah, so I was basically twisting the wires, putting them into the wire nuts and everything. So I got all those done. Then I have to get to the live wires. And keep in mind, I'm up in a hot ceiling, which that's typical. I wasn't surprised by that. I knew I was gonna be up in some crappy conditions, but anyway, I was doing the live wires, and then all of a sudden, I see a flash and I hear a pop. Guess what that was? That's right, I popped the breaker. What happened was, when I was twisting the wires, the metal part of my lineman's pliers, these, touched the junction box, which was grounded. So yeah, shorted. So not broke. It shorted and popped the fuse. So our instructor basically went and reset it after I was finished, and yeah, so that was the first breaker I popped. And there's a little bit of damage on the lineman's pliers, as you can see on the right part of it, with the little brighter silver than the regular metal. Got welded, I guess, but not a big deal. It's typical. It always happens. To someone if they're working with lives. I don't like working with lives, but you have to sometimes, especially in an environment like this. in a classroom where you can't really shut the breaker off because there's lessons going on, and stuff like that. So the first time I popped the breaker, the class was empty. It was only the teacher doing some work. Then the second time, which was the next day, I got up there to to do some more wiring. Um, this time the class was full and there was instruction going on, and I was doing the twisting of the live wires, and then all of a sudden it sparks and pops the breaker again, and like the students looked up and were like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I just popped the breaker." It was hilarious that I kept popping breakers, but my friend, he was like, "Stop popping breakers." I told him, "Hey, I can't help it. I'm trying, but it happens." Um. So yeah, after that, I didn't work with live wires until today because we weren't doing that much. We were just basically um because there's a bunch. The class is divided into groups, and in our group we had quite a few people, so we decided to let whatchamacallit, for the past couple of days, let the other guys who didn't get hands-on training with that stuff, we let them try. So, and then my friend popped the breaker after me the second day that I popped the breaker, and basically we made a teacher run out of her room screaming, and we, not like screaming as in scared, but like out of anger, and we thought we made her quit. So we were like, uh-oh, did we make her quit? But I saw her come back, so we were like, okay, well, that's good. She didn't quit because of us, but she should have known because we had 8-foot ladders, tools and stuff, and it wasn't just a couple people. There was quite a few, and they heard us drilling and stuff. But it is what it is. We're trying to install TV outlets and stuff for you guys, but don't, like, it's okay to get upset, but not have a reaction like that. It's not okay to have a reaction like that. To really, but anyway, so today I got to work with live wires again. So this time, what happened was, it went well actually. So we were installing an outlet for the JROTC classroom. So we were running a conduit pipe through a shelf. So that one was basically, we were scared after we drilled, because that it was like it was untreated wood. My classmate was using his hammer drill for it with a hole saw, and the wood was quite thick. So what happened was it smoked and smelled really bad. The smell what didn't bother me, but what happened was there was so much smoke. We thought we were going to set the fire alarms off. And believe me, they have Spectral Alerts, Spectral Alert Classics. They sound, they don't sound good. But we didn't. We ended up not setting them off. It was fine. We quickly dispersed the smoke and got rid of it. But we basically ran that pipe and to the receptacle that we were installing, and then I had the honor of redoing the live wires. They let me do it again. They were like, so like, I mean, they weren't like that. They just let me do it, but they were probably like, all right, let's see if he can do it this time, which I did. Basically, I was very careful, wore my insulated gloves, held on to the insulated part of the wire, and then twisted them together, and then put the wire nut on, and nothing popped, which is great. So now that was done, I was happy that I didn't pop any breakers. I also had to install an outlet today, so that was fun. But yeah, can't wait to see. Oh, wait, and I got a new job at Whataburger. If you live in like the South, like Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, just about anywhere in the South, like really the deep South, you'll know what Whataburger is. But yeah, so things are going good. And yeah, so me and my girlfriend are doing very well. So can't complain right now. So yeah, have a good night.